Hello and welcome to my twin flame journey. I am Shine and this is going to be the July reading for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. And be sure to check your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus to get additional messages. Also keep in mind that these readings are general, so take what resonates and leave the rest. I also may be describing you or the person that you're dealing with, so switch the energy as it may fit to your situation. If you'd like a personal reading, all the information is below, and if you'd like to donate to the channel, that information is also below. Um, I also want to mention on the home page there is a free one question reading contest going on. Um, I originally was going to be whichever video gets the most likes and comments, I will randomly select someone from those comments to receive a free reading. But the way that I've seen things play out, I think in total, the comments that I get from all the videos, because even with all the people watching, not everyone's commenting, and I don't want anyone to miss out if they're the only person who comments on their video, so they don't get included in the pool. So I've switched it up a bit, but if you'd like to enter for a chance for the reading, do leave a comment. And I will select the winner by the last week of the month, and I will announce it on the channel. And the person will get their reading in the first week of August. I'm also using a headset, so I hope that the sound is okay. Because I've got fans going on because it is so freaking hot in this apartment. I'm like dying. And having lights on and computers on and I didn't want the sound to for it to sound like I was in an airplane hangar. So hopefully the sound will be okay. If not, that will really suck. But I did a little tester and it seems like you can hear me okay. Um, also, I always use my cards because, as I describe in many times, the each card can hold so many meanings, and because I'm trying to get a message out to as many people as possible, I throw out different scenarios, different meanings to the cards that may fit to whoever may be listening, and they can kind of piece it together as we go along. Um, but it's also a way so that I can teach you the meanings of the cards, because I've been telling everyone, I recommend everybody learn how to read tarot. You can communicate with your guides all the time. So it's also not only just me reading to you, but trying to teach you as well. And as we speak of teaching, I've decided to do a traditional Celtic cross spread. And I will go over with you each position to again teach you this spread, what the positions mean, and of course what the cards mean. So hopefully you enjoy that. What we have here again is what's going to be happening, traditional Celtic cross. This is advice. Oh, I forgot to pull one of these. This is also advice, I'm sorry, and this is going to be the overview. So what is the overview for Taurus? Well, that was quick. Okay. No worries if we forget. Your first card here is Observer. Oops. Sorry. Observer. So let's see what the universe is asking you to observe. See, it's been so nice. It's been just in the 70s here in Santa Monica, and as we're in July, it's like, oh wow, it's been pretty great. But yesterday it was like a 20-degree jump, so it's been in the 90s. It's been in the hundreds over in Los Angeles. But man, I hate the heat. I was not ready. I was not ready. In this apartment, this stupid rules where you have to get special permission to get an air conditioner. But hey, looks like I'll be getting that special permission because this is not happening. Okay, the observer. Essential meanings, perspective, objectivity, neutral observation from a distance. The oracle's message: most people see the world through a personal lens. They closely identify with their feelings and experiences, so much so that they come to believe that these are the only reality. There are times when you need to distance, or when you need distance, I'm sorry, in order to gain perspective and understand your circumstances from a more neutral vantage point. Now is one of those times in your life. This is a perfect moment for you to begin to do some exploring. Instead of only considering yourself, consider what you need to understand about the conditions, people, culture, and environment you're engaged with now. You'll be so happy you did. Illumination is the miracle you seek and will indeed find. Relationship message: sometimes you just can't see the forest for the trees in your own way. Oh, in your way. Sorry. Feelings can get all jumbled up, and often you hear one thing when a person says another. It can be like an echo of an unresolved past experience dubbed over your conversation. Take time out before you react. It's likely the other person has no idea how his or her words have affected you. Take a few steps back and lend understanding to the situation. Have faith in your connection and trust that you can come together. Take higher ground now and cultivate curiosity about what you observe in yourself, in others, and in the landscape. You will find things much improved sooner than you know. Prosperity message: it is an advantageous time for you. I'm having a hard time talking. Advantageous time for you to get some distance from what you're doing and see your work and your projects from a different perspective. The trick is to connect to the essence of your goals and aspirations while letting the form and timing be dictated by spirit. You may be too personally attached to an outcome and unable to see the miracle because it's not turning out exactly as you planned. Trust spirit. The perfect version of your abundance is right in front of you. Remain neutral and curious and watch the miracle unfold. And then lastly, protection message. Ever think sometimes your life options are suction cupped to your face and you can't see beyond yourself? There's an image. There's a big world out there, a multitude of potential realities that you're unable to perceive at present. So you're a little stuck. It's time to get advice from someone you trust, someone who has a better perspective on your circumstances. Other points of view are needed now before you move forward. Take heart. A beautiful vista is waiting for you to drink in it, or to drink it in. You just need a little help widening your scope beyond your small self. It must be the heat. It's like I can't even think. I just it's awful. I don't like it too hot and I don't like it too cold. I like medium. And I had medium, and then the weather messed it up. um Here we also have communicate clearly. And then romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. So communicate clearly. The situation requires very precise and careful communication. Don't assume that others involved understand what you want or need from them. In-person discussions are preferable. But if that's not possible, make sure that your communication method is very thorough. This card can indicate that there has been a miscommunication that is creating a challenge for the parties involved. By clearing up any misunderstandings, you can heal the situation so that everyone can start moving forward again. And perhaps that is towards some romantic feelings. And here we have you. This is your place in the situation and what you need to realize about your innermost desires. So whether you're male or female, this is you. The Queen of Wands. And the Queen of Wands represents strength, vitality, creativity, life, joy, satisfaction. Someone who's warm, has sustenance, You know, she's got her little cat there. She's got a little, perhaps some occult knowledge there. You know, we got intuition and um, it's the dominant feminine energy. Again, it's fire. Shows her power. He, she, doesn't matter. Shows the power. Doesn't shy away from a challenge. Independent and can take care of oneself even in adversity. Know what one wants and goes and gets it. They are a leader. They inspire others. They instill confidence in others. Optimistic, again, confident, full of ideas, an extrovert, the center of attention, and quite the charmer. Can be stubborn, too, tyrannical, deceptive, irritable, righteous, overbearing, quick-tempered, and passionate, fiery. Hey, you know, you got to have a little bit of everything. And that makes the queen. Um, so this could be you. You know, obviously next to it is what you're surrounded by, and then it was just a three of pentacles, and then you're crossed by the four of cups. So there's perhaps we're questioning where our passions lie, you know, especially if we're talking about coming together with people. There's a lot of people looking to reconcile, or you know, there are people that are moving on looking for new love. um, Three of Pentacles, again, it could be about hearing both people's perspectives, everybody owning their side of the street. That's why perhaps this need to communicate clearly, kind of lay it all on the line, speak one's piece, speak one's truth, whatever it is, and try to see things again from a higher perspective or a different perspective, or just being able to hear out someone else's perspective. Um, because this is what surrounds you. Again, the Three of Pentacles, the conditions surrounding you. If it's harmonious, it equals a supportive atmosphere. If it's negative, you're on your own. Well, this is quite harmonious. You know, this is people coming together to collaborate. Um, Threes can sometimes symbol third party situations. I mean, we also have the Three of Swords down below. So I don't know if any of you were dealing with dealing with another doozy. There's doozies all around. Liars, cheaters, users, abusers, narcissists. Just, you can't escape. But we can use wisdom and discernment to protect ourselves in the future. Um, you know, again, this could be a questioning of whether or not we want to come together with someone, you know, because again, perhaps there was, you know, heartbreak involved or third party stuff involved. Um, you know, but there is a need again for communication, seeing different perspectives in regards to your situation, you know, um, and perhaps to take charge, be a leader, be an let's say advocate, but you know, communicate, you know, say what you need to say. Um, you know, this can also be, you know, thinking about we again where our passions lie. You know, some of you may be concentrating on work. Um, you know, but this is crossed by the Four of Cups. It's in the upright. This is the imbalance that may be preventing you from achieving the outcomes in positions 7 and 11, which is these two cards here. These three, this determines these two. So if we can conquer this, so we can deal with this, you know, this can change. This is near future and possible final outcome. But if it stays the same, you know, that's kind of where it's heading. Um, you know, this speaks about missing opportunities. It also speaks of like boredom. So again, if we're questioning an offer, someone's offer, whether we're accepting it or extending it, again, because we're not sure if we can, you know, collaborate or work well with others, kind of thing. Now, obviously, the Three of Pentacles, there is an encouragement to do this, which is why they're saying communicate and your feelings are real, worth exploring. Um, it's the inspiration, the beginning to manifest in the material. That you have the skills and ability to succeed, and communication is obviously key here. It's an encouragement again to keep going. Dreams that can be made real with persistence, determination, and effort. It's also about needing help, knowledge, experience of others to bring new perspectives, getting feedback. How can we make this work? Or, what are your expectations, etc. Planning and management, organizing, perhaps even organizing what it is that we want to do, organizing our thoughts. Because the Four of Cups, again, is about, contemplating, meditating, um, but so lost in one's thoughts that we're failing to see a possible opportunity in front of us. Um, Missing the gift of love. Again, and being bored, disengaged, apathetic, or just feeling flat. A need to examine the heart and mind for clarity. Or it's disappointment, growing tired of the same old struggles. So, perhaps we've withdrawn again and trying to be co-creative in our own lives, taking care of what we need to do within ourselves, handling other areas of our life. Um, but the Four of Cups is also a call to action of not wanting, don't miss an opportunity. Wake up to be open to the new offer that can bring about positive changes. It's about being defensive, sitting there with the arms crossed, choosing to ignore things due to past hurt or fear, closing oneself off. Obviously, at the root, we have the Three of Swords. Um, and the root here, the foundation, this is the fundamental issue. If it's positive, it gives you strength and security to achieve a goal. It can represent what you're used to, the way you were brought up, habitual ways of reacting. Again, our conditioning. It's like whatever is at the core. At the core, obviously, is some heartache, or trying to, again, possibly from a third party situation, or just heartache that you went through, you know, not wanting to go through it anymore, trying to heal from it, or maybe someone is trying to get some healing happening here. Again, if we're dealing with any past people trying to come back, um, but this is all reversed. So again, it's I don't know if we're needing to shift our perspective again. The Three of Swords speaks about releasing pain, forgiveness. Can we forgive someone? Can we work with this person? Will things ever change? Um, Coming out of heartache, accepting pain and hurt, and are ready to move on. Again, ready to follow our own passions, become a co-creator in our own life. Careful not to get stuck in the grief. Still suffering emotionally and need purging. Again, we're needing to perhaps still release some energy or some feelings or whatever, and maybe that will come with communication. Again, speaking one's piece. Speaking of peace, be a peacemaker. Say you are sorry if you need to do that, or consider forgiveness if someone else is asking that. It's asking you to think before you speak. So again, if we're rushing to any decisions, think avoid regrets. Ask how I am suffering and how can I release the pain. What's going to get you healed so that, your perspective can change. Um, because crowning you, this is, what you should be aspiring towards. Oh, I'm sorry, we didn't do this one. My bad. This is what's behind you. The most important past action that's influences that have brought things to the way that they are now. It can represent people, ideas, and conditions that are passing out of your life. So again, this is the recent past. So obviously we weren't feeling any victory in the situation. Um, this also is, not getting the attention. Again, maybe not feeling valued, loved, that kind of attention. It's also doubting one's abilities or potential for success, a lack of confidence, negative self talk, feelings of failure, um, feeling like there's a fall from grace, or no recognition for your efforts. There's a need to focus. But this is transitory energy. Again, it's something that's leaving. Um, because here, crowning, we have the Two of Cups, but in the reverse. So obviously, we're dealing with soulmates. Um, a relationship that's can't seem to meet eye to eye with this person. Um, it's a spiritual goal, though, that you must work towards to attain what you desire. The flag you should carry towards your goal. So obviously, we'd want that in the upright, whether that's with the past person or looking to have that with someone new. But in the reverse, it speaks about, again, a breakup or an imbalance in a relationship, a lack of harmony, struggling to form new partnerships or relationships, reluctant to open up due to, again, lack of trust, past pains, past hurts, um, or unfinished business of the past, fear of expressing one's feelings, resulting in disconnect from those around you, being guarded or constrained. Again, a breakup due to lack of harmony within a relationship or partnership. Um, I'm going to say it could be work related, but because we do have pentacles here, but obviously, soulmates can be friends as well. But we got here romantic feelings, so I think it's more relationship based. And again, in Two of Cups in reverse speaks of lack of mutual respect and understanding. Again, that's why we need to communicate clearly to clear the air. Um, Trouble with being honest with each other, not seeing eye to eye. A partner who may think that he or she is better than you, or their opinion matters more. Again, maybe we're not getting the recognition that we feel that we want, or we're not being heard. Um, part, um, it also states as something that is a sign that it's more physical than heartfelt. An affair that's something that's fleeting. So again, I don't know if that's something that took place here. Um, Again, I don't know if we're having past people trying to come back. Maybe they made a mistake. Maybe they cheated. It was just something that was fleeting, or this is how you feel about them. Um, but obviously, if there's, it's about our own internal struggles due to what we've gone through in regards to whether it's someone old or someone new. um, about being able to work together or come together with this person or accept some what opportunity or offer that might be presented to us or that we are presenting to them. There would obviously be some talks that needs to be had in order to make this upright. Because right now there's a breakdown of communication. That's why they're saying communicate clearly. Now the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse, this is what's before you, the conditions you can expect. If we're not accepting any offers, then we're not, here we are, not accepting any offers. Lost opportunities. Again, maybe we're crossed by needing to not lose out on an opportunity here. But if we don't conquer this is what we're going to have here. Perhaps, again, a lost opportunity, or it's a lack of planning and foresight, financial opportunity that might fall through, need to be careful with our spending, need to realign our goals, again, where our passions lie, what works, what doesn't work, who we want in our lives, who we don't, making adjustments as we've learned, changed, evolved, and grown through our situation here. Warns of a risk that needs for more planning in our career or finances. So again, if we're trying to focus on that area of our lives as well. This is also somebody that could be opportunistic, who exploits others, or who's blinded by their obsession for money at the expense of other areas of one's life. But I feel like this is, aces are gifts from the universe, opportunities. You can take them or leave them because there's always free will. But I don't see anyone wanting to accept any offers. It's either you feel like you're missing out on an opportunity, or they're warning you not to, because this is you, not them. This is them. Here we have you, or how you should present yourself, how you should conduct yourself to achieve the goal, what it is that you really want, which is here to be the Queen of Wands. Again, male, female, doesn't matter. Do so knowing full well that there's a risk that others may misinterpret your actions, especially if it's different from this one. So if this is how they see you, because, but this is how you need to be, regardless of what anybody else thinks or whatever. And obviously the Five of Cups is sad. Here's the Two of Cups here. Here's the Two of Cups here. But we're focusing on the three. We're focusing on the three. We're missing the opportunity here. So again, in the reverse, it speaks about a needing to let go, a needing to heal. Again, communicate, try to see things from a different perspective, try to understand everybody's view, try to find some common ground. Moving on, again, acceptance, forgiveness. And if we're just forgiving ourselves for not knowing better, or trying to forgive people just because of everybody's got karma and wounding and conditioning and all of this stuff, does it lessen the pain? If we know the spiritual and psychological reason behind why people are the way that they are, no, not really. It doesn't take away the pain. And it won't take away the anger. That comes with time, with healing. But it's almost like you got to keep telling yourself, or reminding yourself again, the reason why all things happen, the good, the bad, and the ugly, and how we co-create our own situations through our own actions and choices, and we make those actions and choices based again on our own perceptions of what love looked like, our own wounding, our own karma, lessons, things that we brought in from past lives, that we're having to learn the lesson in this life, or just things that it's all happens for a reason. And if we can see our own role in things, see other people's role in things, and if they can do the same, there is a potential for something to be worked out. You can't work anything out if you've awakened and the other person is still in denial and doing their usual whatever. Then obviously it was just a karmic lesson and we got to move on. So some soulmates are coming back around. They could be life partners, or again, we could be meeting someone new because we've gone and let go of something. Um, Again, not sure if this is someone trying to come back from the past, or this is just us fearing even new love because of what we've been through. And maybe we're needing to communicate that, why we're fearful, why we're afraid, why we're kind of just focusing on ourselves and our stuff. Maybe we don't want relationship right now. Whatever it is, for your situation, there could be so many things going on here. But again, this is about recovery from regret, realizing the full implications of the past and the lessons learned, recognizing the value of the experience. This is how you need to again present yourself. This is what you need to understand. Be the observer. Um, be ready to move on, learning to be open and take risks again, especially if we're fearful here. Use discernment. Know what you're dealing with, especially if we're dealing with any past people. Use discernment. Use what you've learned. You can nip stuff in the bud now if you pick up on things quick because you've already been there, done that, got the t-shirt. Don't fear anything new. Don't fear repeating things, because again, if you've learned and changed and grown, that won't happen. Or if it does happen, you'll catch it right away. Again, stand in your power. Stand in your independence. Don't lose sight of how far you've come or what it is that you want and what it is that you know that you deserve. Again, and don't settle for anything less. But be willing to, again, if someone is coming towards you who seems genuine and is putting in efforts, maybe don't be so quick to shut things down. Um, but again, know what you're dealing with. Because a lot of times the universe will send past people back just to test you. They'll bring the old person and someone new in to see, well, which one will she choose or he choose? Have they learned? So watch out, because the universe is always throwing a few curveballs as well. Um, Starting to engage with inspirational things, again, values, knowing what you want, what makes you happy. This could also be, being trapped in the past, regret. But fives are about change, so it's time for a change. It's time to let go of whatever might be holding us back. I know it's also here lingering regret and bittersweet memories, but being hopeful of the future, the end of suffering, and the beginning of new love and relationships, new interests. Again. And then we have how others see you. And they see you as, well, independent or wanting to be single. Like I said, not wanting to take no offers, maybe wanting to work on oneself. But the Nine of Pentacles is this person here, they're all right. They're focusing on themselves. They're trying to have peace and abundance. This represents again how people important to your situation see you relative to the situation. This person, she's got a bird. Again, it could be he, she. There's fruitful accomplishments of your desires. Your intellectual and spiritual self is in control. You have a sense of peace, or you're trying to. You're not wanting any more drama. Satisfaction and fulfillment. Also it's of a creative venture. or a personal investment. Again, Queen of Wands is about being creative. This could be, again, focusing on our goals, what we're doing, collaborating with others, pursuing our dreams, pursuing our financial independence. Um, Reaching a point in life of feeling self-confident, self-sufficient, independent, and free. This is what we want. This way, whatever relationships we do get into, we're coming from a place of being whole. It's not need based or karmic based or wounding based. We're able to stand on our own and be okay with it. And be okay with working on ourselves and understanding that what is meant for you is meant for you. All divine timing. And in the meantime, if we've ended something that was bad or in separation from somebody, know that that time was for you to work on you. And then if old situations shall come back around, you see how you feel about it then. A lot of times we don't even resonate with it anymore. That's how you know you've grown. When that person that used to be making such a fool of yourself for comes back around and no longer has that power or that hold on you, maybe that's what they see. um, that symbolizes a lot of growth. And again, you're able to, based on how people present themselves, discern whether or not someone is genuine or just the same old, same old. But they see you as close to achieving your goals, knowing you can achieve through hard work and commitment. You know, success attained by your own accord, even if we found our independence again, if we're trying to heal. Um, so, if they're trying to get back with you, that might not be, they see you rejecting any whatever, or there could also be a sense of admiration for how you've come up, so to speak. Um, but if we're still clinging to stuff, they see you as somebody again that doesn't want to deal. You just want to be by yourself. If you're still in the pain, again, whether it's somebody old or someone new. And then we have here your hopes and fears. We have the Emperor in the reverse. This represents a deep-seated fear of which you may not be aware, can represent your hopes and fears about the way your life may change if you attain your goal. If you get back together with somebody, like, how's it gonna affect me? I don't want to lose my independence. I don't want to lose my fire. I don't want to lose my freedom. I don't want to lose my wits, my sanity, my my mind. Um, it's fear can also prevent you from having what you desire, um, as well. So we need to be careful if we're making decisions based on logic or fear. You know, Logic based in, truth, clarity, understanding it is what it is, or our own feelings about it. Um, but if we're resistant just because we're fearful of things repeating, and but again, that's like the risk, right? How do you know for sure? Well, again, I guess if you start to see the crack, I say you see the crack way before you see the ass, it won't take long. I always say, if you're dealing with anybody from the past, actions, words, and consistency. No need to rush. No need to jump back in. Allow people to prove themselves, and you'll be able to tell if someone is just trying to sweet talk just to get back in, or if someone's genuinely wanting to put in effort, has changed. So you'll be able to tell. And maybe you're fearful of dealing with somebody who's like this, because the Emperor in reverse, even the Emperor in upright is his way or the highway. Just no kind of compromising. Um, Dominance, excessive control, maybe fearing we have no control over a situation, because we don't. We have no control over other people's actions. Even if the universe is saying, oh, yeah, give this, they can say, well, if people act right, this is what could possibly happen. But there's always a chance, and again, because the universe doesn't have any control over people's free will choices. So you will have to decide what is best for you. Domineering and rigid in their thinking, insecurity, and therefore trying to be controlling. Again, this could be fear based. If this is our own self, again, fearing not having control, or not knowing what might happen. It's like too much of a risk. Tired of being under somebody's thumb, especially if we're dealing with somebody who's controlling. A lack of self-control or ambition. Again, don't lose that. Don't lose your Nine of Pentacles and your Queen of Wands position there. A need to gain control or structure. In regards to love, somebody again who's overbearing, an abusive partner, or somebody who can be very stubborn. And again, I feel this is more obviously relationship based, but this could be also a boss figure, hard to work together, unhappy in one's job, bored, not feeling like we're utilizing our full potential. I mean, that could also be part of it, wanting financial independence, wanting to change things around. So there could be multiple areas that we're working on in July. But again, this could be someone you're dealing with or aspects of the self. Now, it's also about freeing oneself from controlling figures. I don't know if I've said that already. Again, and that's not a fun person to deal with. I mean, obviously there was pain here. I don't see any Seven of Swords, but there's pain, there's sorrow, there's, unhappiness, and then there's this character, if it's somebody that we're dealing with. And then the outcome is the Knight of Wands in the reverse. This is the possible outcome, based on these two here. And obviously, the Knight of Wands, it could be the player type, the Romeo, someone who comes in and out, someone who's not really, long-term commitment potential, someone who's flighty, someone who's unreliable. So maybe, again, we're rejecting any offers from people that we may feel are not in our highest and best. Or this could be, again, aspects of the self where it's haste or scattered energy, delays, frustration. Getting nowhere or feeling angry at being denied what you want, loss of personal power, kind of similar with the Emperor in reverse, or a negative use of power, or trying to hide one's lack of control. So again, we got to think about control here and control here. Maybe we're feeling all over the place. I'm trying to hide it. Again, low self-esteem, pessimism, restlessness, lacking foresight. Again, questioning long-term potential, perhaps. Someone who pursues their own interests or doing things that you later regret. I think that we mentioned over here too about think before we speak. Make sure we're clear in what it is that we want, what we don't want, so that we make the right choice for ourselves. But again, try to see everything from the bigger perspective, and go with your intuition. Don't have low self-esteem. Don't feel. Get out of the negative, the stinking thinking if we're in that. Believe in yourself. Work towards healing. Work towards your highest and best, what's going to make you happy in the long run. That's what it's about. Because you deserve love, damn it. You are lovable. This is the universe's advice for you, and they want you to keep an open mind Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations, you know? Or maybe I don't know if whatever it is you're not wanting to do is here. Maybe they're saying to keep an open mind, or hey, because we've gone through something, be open to something new, keep an open mind. Past life relationship, you have known each other before. Again, soulmate connection could be this life or past lives or both, because obviously you reincarnate with the same soul group over and over, and everybody plays a different role in each life. So even the jerks, you can never really get rid of them. Believe me, I've asked my guides. And they says, nope, you'll have to deal with them in the next life too. It's like there's no escape. Ugh. But here we have past life relationships. You've known each other before. So, again, if we're referring to someone from the past, they might be saying to keep an open mind, hear people out, don't reject things so quickly, don't be in fear, don't lose an opportunity, try to let go of the past, but maintain your independence and your wisdom. Um, or again, in preparation for something new, and trust. The situation's calling for you to have faith. This is especially if we're dealing with past people who trust has been broken. But all in all, as I mentioned before, it's about following your intuition, using your wisdom from whatever you've learned in here to be discerning, to make the right choice for yourself, and trust that, again, the universe will provide. Calling in your soulmate, your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help to bring you together. And true love, this is a romance of a lifetime. So again, it's either we're calling in our true love because of this, or this is this person that we're questioning on whether or not we want to deal with them. Because again, this is a general reading, not a personal one. And then we have mercy. I am kind and thoughtful towards myself and others. Again, this is about trying to have compassion. It's about, forgiving, understanding again the reason why all things happen, why people are the way they are. That doesn't mean you have to deal with them if you don't want to, but it allows the freeing aspect, the chains, the knives that we're carrying here from what happened. Um, it's also about being merciful on ourselves. Again, your own mental and emotional health comes first and foremost. Only do what you feel is right for you. Show yourself love and compassion. And then we have love here. Love is the answer to all of my questions. And have enthusiasm. Whatever I am most passionate about is the direction I follow. Be enthusiastic, be passionate. Go for the gusto. And then we have Father. My true Father is God in heaven, who shines his healing light upon me, my birth father, and our relationship. So again, if we've got any childhood wounding here, it could stem from father issues. A lot of masculines are having mother issues. So again, recognizing our own conditioning, our own wounding, our own patterns of behavior, how we approach relationships, how we behave in relationships, what types of partners that we choose. A lot of feminines, the masculine represented, again, the father figure. And whenever we got rejected or left, or we were jumping through hoops trying to prove that we were worthy of love, it's really that parent love that we were seeking, just in our romantic partners. So this is how the psychology part comes into it. And for a lot of feminines, when the masculine left, it really got in that wound of rejection, being left, abandonment, not being chosen, all that crap. But this is also understanding that, I want to say not to take it personally, but sometimes rejection is God's protection. Sometimes things are denied us because of something better for us. But we needed to go through that experience to shed karma. And the karma is based in some kind of wounding or things we brought in from past life. If we allowed abuse, then we were going to be confronted with abuse over and over in this life until we learned it. Like this is the things I'm speaking of. So if there's some healing still left to do here or a perspective that's needed to be seen in regards to, again, the types of partners we choose, the type of experience that we have, and how can we heal ourselves so that we heal this wound and we can have better relationships, attract better people, and know that all in all, in the end, your true father is God. And then have gratitude. As I notice and appreciate my blessings, I open the door to more of God's gifts. Again, it's about being grateful, even grateful for the lessons, grateful for the opportunity to shed that karma so that way you don't have to repeat it again. You sign up for new classes and new crap to go through. The never-ending school of life. But again, it's just trying to be at peace in the present moment. Be grateful for the things that you do have. Be grateful for the opportunities that you have. Again, every day is a new opportunity to make new choices for ourselves, and be grateful for that. And then we have family. I pray for my family and give the situation of a God for answer, support, and healing. So perhaps finding comfort in our family, knowing that again, these people, the good, the bad, and the ugly, they're part of your soul group, your soul family. You're all here to learn lessons. And if we're struggling with some kind of forgiveness, maybe trying to see it from that perspective. But have boundaries again. Don't lose the lesson that you learned. But just again have an understanding. And again, appreciate what you have, the connections that you have. And then we have grace. I am filled with the same beauty, poise, and divine perfection as all of God's other creations. So handle it all with grace. And then we have cut your cords. Ask Archangel Michael to clear any attachments to fear that stem from past relationships, freeing you from destructive patterns. So again, it's about clearing the energy. Shield yourself. Protect yourself from harsh or fear-based energies by envisioning a cocoon of healing light surrounding you. So again, there is fear involved here that we're needing to release, because that's what we get back, what we put out, right? Already creating worst case scenarios in our mind, and that's all more than what's going to come. Listen to your intuitive feelings. Your body is receiving accurate messages from the divine. And then heart chakra, the answer that you seek is in your heart right now. Be open to giving and receiving love. And then we have twin flame. The answer to your question involves a spiritually based romantic relationship. So again, you went through what you went through because it's part of your spiritual path. And whether it was to prepare you for this, or this person might be your twin flame. But either way, I always say twin flame, a soulmate, doesn't matter. Don't let that title let somebody keep you in karma, let somebody still drag you through the mud, allow you to enable people in their stuff. You are here for your own lessons. And who can get on board is welcome to walk the path with you. And who can't, you got to keep it moving. And if they're meant to be in your life, they will be. You can pray for them. Send out the thing, hoping that they get it together, hoping that they heal, hoping that they whatever. And if they don't worry, the universe provides. So this is either the person you're dealing with, or you're again preparing yourself for this. And then you got ascended masters. Powerful, loving, and wise spiritual teachers are watching over and guiding you. So again, whatever intuition hits you've been getting, again, know the universe is rooting for you to get the lessons, to get the healing, so that you can have what it is that you want. And then we have the Ringmaster of Scrutiny, discernment, clear visions, and details. This is in the challenge position. So, again, clear vision, needing to be the observer, needing to see something from a different perspective here. And then we have the Hawk Prince, spirit communication and paying attention, reiterating that the signs have been coming in for you. Number 11. Well, let's do 9 because that's first. When the Ringmaster Scrutiny appears as your challenger, he warns you to observe your situation with discernment and clarity. It's time to see the flaws in the foundations you and others have built under you. It also seems that you may be getting caught up in the details of your dreams when really it's time to leave them to the divine. Perhaps you're worrying about the past and the future too much, forgetting that the dream is created in the now time. Often the Ringmaster Scrutiny also brings a warning to read the fine print and watch for hidden agendas when you're involved with others. As I mentioned, know what you're dealing with. There's a lot of past people trying to come back around, and maybe people will say all the right words, hoping that'll be enough. Again, observe, watch listen to what they say, watch their behavior, check their intentions. Be clear in your intentions, clear communication, so there's no misunderstandings, and definitely follow your intuition. Um, Often the Ringmaster of Scrutiny also brings a warning. Oh, I already read that part. My fault. Don't worry, whatever your current challenge, things can be resolved as soon as you cultivate detachment and trust that the details will be taken care of once you turn them over to the divine. The universe has an uncanny way of self correcting when you get out of your own way. Isn't it? That's the hardest thing for us all, to learn how to get out of our own way. And then the Hawk Prince appears with good news. He flies into your life to alert you that a message is coming to help you manifest your destiny. Expect a phone call, letter, email, or conversation that lets you know the next step to take towards your greatest good, or to tell you that you've arrived at an important stage along your path. The Hawk Prince is also the ally for spirit communication, so pay attention when you think you hear something important pop out at you on the radio, on TV, or in overhearing the conversations of strangers. Spirit is constantly in dialogue with you. Are you listening? Stay open and expect Spirit to speak to you and show you the way to your prosperity in all aspects of your life. And on that note, I send you love and light. I wish you healing and luck in regards to this and anything else you might be going through. Please like, subscribe, and share, and leave comments, especially if you'd like a chance to win a free reading next month. So until next time, take care. Bye bye.